Hi, hopefully I'm recording here. I'm going to throw in some good information, and I'm also going to throw in a few things that bug me. Why not? You know, we're all kind of hunkered down here in our self-imposed isolation, as it were. And so this is actually a good opportunity to follow that credence. What I like to say is the only musician that I want to be better than is the one that I was yesterday. The only person I want to be able to outrun is the person that I was yesterday. And given these circumstances, you know, there's plenty of opportunity to improve ourselves. And so luckily the hoarders haven't discovered D'Addario J74 strings. That's the kind of string, medium mandolin strings. And so I put brand new strings on both of my instruments and have been really enjoying playing these things until my hand's too tired to really finger them anymore. Okay, let's get on, Mittens, to some things that bother me. First of all, toilet paper hoarding. You can't write that stuff. In your wildest imaginations, did you think that during this zombie apocalypse, the one thing that would be in short supply would be toilet paper? I'm going to place a curse on the people that have a garage full of toilet paper and made it kind of difficult for the rest of us. May mice invade your stash and create nests that will make your toilet paper unusable. Another thing is I like to go to YouTube. I can't use the TV anymore. For some reason, it's not working. They're trying to block their signals. But there's a lot of these things. The difference between an acoustic violin and an electric violin, and that to me is just kind of silly. If I had an acoustic violin and this electric violin, and I had you close your eyes, could you tell the difference? I bet you could. And that is at the heart of it, is it depends on what kind of amp you're running, what kind of, say, effects you're running, what kind of pedals, etc. And so I've been leaving a few comments on these things. It's like, that is like the dumbest comparison you can have. Acoustic versus electric. They're two different animals. You know, I unplugged this, you're not going to hear much. It's all in the electronics, so why bother even compare an acoustic with an electric? Might as well just compare an electric guitar to a ukulele, a Stratocaster. What is the difference between a Stratocaster and a ukulele? Well, first of all, the Stratocaster is a real instrument. Okay, talked about toilet paper, talked about electronics. Let's just talk about positive stuff now. Simon, you wanted to know the dimensions of a paddle bow. The question was actually, where is the widest part? But what I did is I just took this, it's not finished, but paddle bow, 66 inches tip to tip, drew a pencil line down the center, stopped at the middle, 33 inches. So you've got your piece of cardstock or poster board or whatever you drew, a line 33 inches long on it. Well, I apologize, but I did blend millimeters with inches. So my stations are starting at the center at 0, every 4 inches, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. I shouldn't even need to look at that, but I did. So I've got that line, 33 inches long, and from the center of the handle, boom, 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 every 4 inches to the end. The last one is 3 inches or whatever, but you get the gist. Okay, the center of the handle, right there, that is 36 millimeters wide. Got that? At the 4-inch mark, 45 millimeters wide. And why am I blending inches and millimeters? Because I can. At the 8-inch mark, 8-inch from the handle, 58 millimeters. Station 12, 12-inch, 65 millimeters, that is about where the widest is. 16 inches from the center, 61 millimeters. The 20-inch mark, 54 millimeters. At the 24-inch mark, 43. And at the 28-inch mark, 30. So we've got, again, hopefully you've got your stations marked out here. 36, 45, 58 at the 8, 65 at the 12, 61 at the 16, 54 at the 20, 43 at the 24, 30 at the 28, and you know what? I didn't even, so at the 33, I should have known that. It is 10, 11, 12, although the tip will change that. If you want to just get the form before you put the tips on, it is 12 millimeters at the end. And then what I use when I'm drawing these lines is a thin piece of wood. I use it kind of like a batten, you know, when you're building a ship. And then just, you could put little tiny nails or something in here and then just take that batten and push it against it and then trace it. And it would be close enough. Yeah. So that is that. What else? Hey, you. Watch out. I happen to have a link in the description. Go to the link. And what that is in reference to a video, I think it's called How Our Gut Biome, you know, the flora that lives in there that helps us digest and live, affects our mind and our brain. And it's pretty incredible how, like, the different bacterias and quality of your gut flora can actually control your brain chemistry. And that could be why you see so much depression in people nowadays and anxiety. And even, you know, the spectrum, people keep blaming vaccines and stuff like that. They're completely overlooking the amount of antibiotics that we're pumping into our babies and our children that kill stuff in there, and that change in chemistry, gut chemistry, or gut flora rather, can change the chemistry of your thinking, your brain, how you work. And anyway, you've got time, you know, you're stuck in your house, watch that. Hit that link and watch that. It all goes along with, you know, what are you eating? How are you treating your body? Do you actually think that, like, if you're not considering that crappy food that you're sticking in yourself, that's not going to affect, you know, first of all, how much weight you're going to gain, how much energy you're going to have, but it also makes vast amounts of sense that it's going to affect your state of mind, your happiness levels, how well you can think and function. Mind, body, spirit, man. That's where it is. So that is that. Mittens the Wonder Cat is going to wish you well and hope that you and your family are safe, and be smart, like the fellow said. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, so don't buy into all this fear-mongering that's floating around and just, you know, trying to politize things. If you're smart about things, and I would, social isolation, you know, why not? Stay away from people, don't risk it, even though in your state they might not have issued warnings that you need to stay at home. That's how things spread. You know, be smart about things. But there's really no need to panic. Panic is the mind killer. Thank you for watching.